It's the final day of the swap, and the wives are preparing to return to their families.
I am so glad to be packing to go home. I'm relieved that this is over.
I am so desperate to go home to my family and my environment. I can't stand it.
See ya.
I'm gonna miss you.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh, I missed you.
It's judgment time as the couples finally come face to face across the table.
Hello.
When I first came to your house, some of the rooms that I went in, I felt cold in, but I did not feel uncomfortable in the house.
Thank you. I, on the other hand, walked into your home and felt completely in an insane world. It is a dirty, messy, smelly piece of bedlam, and I'm embarrassed for you. It is a disservice to your husband and to your family that it's been allowed to get like that. It's unacceptable to live like that. It's not fun, it's stupid.
I'm sorry that you feel like that, and I'm glad that you don't live there.
Yeah, so am I, and I was happy to leave.
When we get home and we have our family meeting tomorrow, if they feel that way, I would be more than happy to change the house to any way that they like.
That's great. Do you promise to actually listen to your children and to your husband about
She listens to us all the time.
Really? But
Absolutely.
accommodates? I mean, Jim, it
absolutely.
sounded to me like you needed some of this adjustment and organization.
I love my life. I'm extremely happy with my life. My core values right now in my life is I'm totally focused on my children and trying to raise them into be good people.
That's a wonderful thing, but it's not a validation of that environment in that home.
Basically, what I heard from you is the only time that you really get to spend with Chloe is when you drive her to school in the morning, and that's it. I mean, you blink and Chloe's going to be out of your life. I mean,
Never. Chloe will never be out of our life. That's what you interpret.
No.
You interpret them being out of the house as being out of our life.
But what we're doing, what you're not doing, is we're developing a bond with our kids that is going to nurture that throughout the end.
We've done that.
I admit I am not perfect, but
fine.
and I am attempting to balance my life. And there sounds like there's an imbalance that I need to fix. I admit that, absolutely.
Oh.
But your life, the balance is so out
Our
of
life
order.
is so far out of the scope of what people think. Just being here with you in the room, I can feel the happiness again.
That's right. You're right. Just relax.
Chloe and I had a run-in. What happened, though, is after I calmed down, I spent an hour, with Chloe talking, and we had really never talked so openly and in depth and that type of thing. And that, to me, was the best thing at all that could ever happen of this experience.
I was so physically uncomfortable for so many days. I lost my mind. I mean, I lost my mind.
I hear you. It just felt so bad, didn't it?
It was the worst. I was questioning all of my choices in my life, and what I realized then, this was my life, it works for me, and I am so happy with my family and my husband and my daughter.
After 2 weeks apart, the couples return home to their children.
We're decorated for Christmas.
Anybody using this?
I used it once. It hurts.
All right, so should we put the toilet paper back in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Next, has anything changed for the